I've been totally blind since I was a newborn.
This man wants to know the truth about his online relationship.
He was 5'5" tall, brown hair, brown eyes, and thick thighs.
Although Austin is blind, he is fiercely independent and has had success meeting women in person on dating sites.
I was a player in high school. I'd have two or three girls on, each side of me.
But for some reason, Georgina always had an excuse to not meet face to face. Austin turned to us to verify Georgina's identity and all of her stories.
Do you know anybody in Nigeria?
No.
You had like a decent amount of Nigerian contacts on social media.
I just found the person Austin had sent money to.
I'm hoping that she is really the person that she is claiming to be.
Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed. All right, team, I got another new case. It's from a man named Austin. I'll read a little bit of his email. He says, "Hello, my name is Austin. Unfortunately, I really don't have a lot of information on this person. I am still in contact with her. She states that she lives in Minot, which is about 2 hours away from me. She's going by the name of Georgina Rodriguez. She has asked me for money on more than one occasion. She states that the money is for things like her mother's medication, gas, and food. I would be lying if I said I didn't care about this person because I do. If she is really who she claims to be, then I would love to meet her."
Well, my name is Austin. I'm 27 years old. I've been totally blind since I was a newborn. Because we all know that there are old stigmas about it. Blind people can't do anything. When someone asks me, what's it like to be blind? It's like, it's all I know. I do what needs to be done. I get things done. I'd like to think I do anyway. I enjoy photography. I can take pretty decent photos. It's something that I practice every day. Right now, I am on my second year of social work. I'm going to college for social work. I'll be graduating next year. Ever since I was young, I always knew that I wanted to help people, provide a listening ear, do the best I can for people. And now I'm getting that chance. And it's just an amazing journey. If I can make someone's day a little bit better, that makes my day better. The way you treat others and the way you treat me is how I define it. Just because someone's, looks good doesn't mean their personality is good. The most beautiful woman in the world will turn me off if she has a horrible personality. My ex-wife and I had started talking whenever my first girlfriend and I were together. He kind of pulled me out of that first relationship. He was actually one of the people that was trying to tell me what was going on. She decided to leave. And the one thing that I'll always say is that I have a good heart and I did my best. I did what I could. In the end, she just didn't want to stay.
Although he has had several relationships that ended in breakup, he is still on the hunt for true love.
About a year and a half being single, I needed companionship, and there was still an emptiness right here in my heart that I was missing. And I started to dabble in online dating. When I do my bios, I always try to put a little bit of sass behind them. Hey, I'm Austin, I'm blind, I enjoy cooking. A lot of times, if a profile has no photos or no biography, then I'll pass it by. I have an app called Seeing AI, and it can describe short text. I can scan documents with it. It'll describe a scene. It's just really awesome. It's really awesome to have. So a lot of times whenever I am, on a dating website, I will share the photo and have it analyzed by Seeing AI.
Document. Hold steady. Processing.
Apps like that usually aren't perfect, but they're good enough. They serve their purpose and I love them.
When Austin decided to pick up dating again is how this whole story began. He did go on a few dates in person with women he matched with on his dating profile, but he wasn't having much luck. He was later contacted by a mysterious woman.
I got a random message request on Instagram. Something told me to accept the request, It was, I guess, the thrill, that someone else was interested in talking to me. And she goes on to say, "Hello, my name is Georgina. I work at a salon in Minot." Being a love hungry guy that I am, obviously I responded. First, I was like, "Hello, I'm Austin. I'm 27. I'm totally blind. I've been blind since birth." And that's when she sent that message of how she was 5 foot 5 inches tall, brown hair, brown eyes, and thick thighs. A toned upper body and a small waist. I try to be proper and when I talk to people. I went on to say that I enjoy singing and cooking and that I'm going to be a social worker. And she stated, "That's so nice. I think we have a connection." She seemed to be very cool with it, very tolerant of it. Like she stated, "You as a person is what matters to me. Your blindness, it makes you who you are, and I love who you are." And of course, that makes a guy feel good. And she also stated to me, "Well, even though you're blind, you're still a capable man, capable of doing stuff." To hear that, well, yeah, it made me feel like a little teenager. And I'm not, and I'm usually a reasonable man, but I don't know what hit me this time.
Austin had completely fallen for Georgina after about a week. Although the two never spoke over the phone, she was uplifting and loving with every chat message she would send. Things began to become even more intriguing when the two planned to meet up.
The conversation came about because I was insistent on it. Like, I was like, "Okay, I'm going to Minot, I'm going to the mall, let's meet up." And then she was like, "Well, I'll just give you, my address and you can come over and stay with me for, a few days if you'd like." I had reservations about it though. Like I was like, "Oh my God, she's gonna, let me go stay with her." And she's like, "My mom would like to meet you." And she sent me the address. We had just planned to meet up and go from there, get to know each other. She wanted to drive down here too to see me. She wanted to drive to Rolla from Minot. And it's not even that much of a drive either. It's, hour and 55 minutes. She stated that if we get horny, we can stop at a gas station in the bathroom and, you know, have relations. Probably because, I guess it's the best place for a quickie whenever you are on the road. And, you know, we've had conversations about intercourse. There was definitely a lot of steamy talk, steamy conversation about it.
After a few weeks, Georgina still hadn't video chatted or phone called Austin. This is when all of his suspicions about her being who she claimed to be came about.
I was after her to send voice messages though for a long time. I still am, and she keeps stating that, "Oh, my phone is broke, the mouthpiece is cracked, and I can't afford to buy a new phone until I get a new client." That's something that I struggle with. It gets me suspicious because she said that she had dropped it in the bathtub. Maybe you can put your, phone in rice or something if you got it wet. And she said, "Well, I tried the rice thing too and it didn't work." And I'm like, "Okay, well, maybe it's time for a new phone then." And that's when she said, "Well, I can't afford to buy a new phone right now." And then she started sending crying emojis and saying that she was sorry. So I forgave her. "I want to work this out. I love you. And deep down, I want the same."
Georgina has had excuse after excuse for why she couldn't show up or call Austin. He became even more skeptical after she started asking for money.
She stated that her mother needed her medication for her diabetes. Like, "Oh, my mom's out of meds and I need, help getting her meds because I can't afford to pay for them right now." At first, I was like, "Okay." Are you hinting around something here? And she said that her mother needed her insulin. Otherwise, her sugar was going to spike. And of course, I know that already, you know, and I sent the money through Cash App. She stated to me that the Cash App account that she was using was her cousin's.
Although Austin doesn't have many reasons to why he believes Georgina is true, he still holds hope that one day the two can be together.
I want to wait until I know that this is actually a real person, until I tell my family and friends. I would be excited that this person is real. And she actually reached out to me and, because she wanted to talk to me. And then, I'd probably take her out to dinner or, you know, take her to a movie or do something fun with her and maybe stay the weekend like she had mentioned before. I'm hoping that she is really the person that she is, or that she's claiming to be. That's what I want the most. And if she's real, that will be amazing, really amazing. But if she isn't, well, then at least I know. What I want is the truth, because the truth sets you free.
He's also watches other scam baiters like Trilogy Media and Pleasant Green.
Let's see, I started watching your channel about a year ago. As soon as I get the notification that a video has been uploaded, I try to watch it when I can, but sometimes I miss one. So I kind of have to play a little catch up.
Big fans of all of us. He was able to identify some of the red flags in the cases that we've covered with Georgina. So let's just put our heads together and help him out. A few days later, our search team got together to dig into everything that Austin had sent over to us on Georgina.
All right, research time. By the way, who does that look like?
It looks like Camila to me.
Oh my God.
Sheridan.
Yeah, from our big case
Exactly.
in Mexico.
Yes. Yeah, so it looks like for Austin's case, we have the address to her house. We have Georgina's email. Austin mentioned that she only lives 2 hours away from him, and they've been talking about 4 to 6 months. So she hasn't made any attempts to meet him.
Yeah, I'm looking at the home right now. I see like a child and it looks like a lady in her mid-40s maybe with a kid.
So we also have a Cash App transaction that Austin had sent over to us. We researched the image from the Cash App profile and we're able to find the guy's real name. His name is Jay, and we found his Facebook.
He's young.
Yeah, he's very young. And from his Facebook account, he stated that he was located in Chicago, Illinois. I ran a search on his name and looked for anyone under that name in Chicago, Illinois, and then I was able to find a phone number for him. And so I did do a background check on anyone with this name in Chicago, Illinois, and I believe I only found a few traffic violations. I didn't see anything major.
Okay, and I'm gonna look into the home address for Georgina and see if we can validate those.
Okay.
So let's get an IP tracker out. Let's do two things with that. Let's see if we can find a location. Let's go to Jagger's social media and see if he has any connections in those countries wherever we can get an IP tracker. But let's do that, then let's do a follow-up, and then let's find out about this woman he sent money to.
Okay.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Sounds like
like
a
a plan, yeah.
After the team broke down what information we had from Austin, we scheduled another meeting to go over the research and tell him about the phone call that we had with Jagger.
Austin.
Hey, Brianne, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Looks like you got a haircut. Looks nice.
I did, thank you. Thank you. You look beautiful yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Hey Austin, how you doing?
Hey, Drew.
You ready for today?
Yes, I feel like it has to happen. Even if the news is not preferable, it still has to be said. I still need to know.
I agree.
What I want is, clarification, answers, whether or not they hurt or not. I mean, the truth sets you free.
Well, Austin, the research team and I have spent a lot of time looking into Georgina for you, and we have answers for you today.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you feeling nervous?
A little nervous and sad because I feel like it's not going to be very good news.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run through everything that you had sent over to us from Georgina.
Mhm.
Let's start with the address, okay?
When I Googled the address, it was a house that was, for rent on the market.
We pulled property records, and what we were able to confirm was that the owners of this house are a married couple by the name of John and Valerie, and they have no connection to a Georgina Rodriguez.
So this means that she's lied to you about where she works and where she lives. What do you think about that?
I feel like picking up this table and throwing it across the room.
Right away, we had revealed that Georgina was lying about where this person claimed to live. This was rough on Austin, but this was just one of many lies that he had been fed.
You sent over an email that Georgina uses under Rodriguez.
It's the email that, she used all the time. She never gave me a phone number or anything. And besides that, and Instagram, that was our only method of communication.
So we ran some searches on this email, and we did a bit of digging, and what we found was a connection between this email and possibly the person that owns it. Just got the email for the person that Austin's been talking to. It looks like, wow, just found 3 Google reviews that are associated to this email, and they're located in South America. Wow. Looks like this person visited some restaurants. Okay, let's take a look. Oh my gosh. The person's name associated with this email is Jefferson Rodriguez. The way we were able to find that is there were Google reviews linked to this email. And the Google reviews came from South America. The person's name that's associated to this email, his name is Jefferson Rodriguez. If this was Georgina's email, why would this account not be under Georgina Rodriguez? Why is it under Jefferson?
It's lie after lie after lie.
Did she ever bring up Jefferson?
No, she never brought Jefferson up.
Austin primarily communicated with this Georgina profile through iMessage chat on his iPhone. The email that Georgina used was tied back to this man, and we found multiple restaurant reviews using this email that were sent by this man Jefferson. We took it a step further the day we decided to hunt down the man that Austin sent money to on behalf of Georgina.
So next thing we want to look at is J, also known as Jagger.
Georgina had needed money for her mom's medication. She said, could you send what you could spare? And I did, the $50. That's what that was for. Her mom's medication, insulin.
We had his image in the Cash App profile. So we took that image and we ran a reverse image search, and we were able to find who he was and his social media accounts. From his social media accounts, we found his location, and so we ran a name search for his name in that location, and we were able to pull his address, his phone number, everything.
After finding the man's contact information that Austin had been sending money to, we decided to give him a call.
Hello?
Hey Jagger, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
My name is Drew. So we have a YouTube channel. We're working on a case for a person that reached out to us by the name of Austin. And Austin sent you money.
Austin, who?
Austin So he thought he was in a relationship with this woman named Georgina, and he had sent you money because she requested him to.
Really?
Yeah. And it went to your Cash App. He answered the phone and he told us that he had no idea who you were. He said that he got this random Cash App transaction. And then what did she say that you were going to receive the money from Austin? What was that money supposed to be for? The reasons that you sent it over, which was for Georgina's mom's medication,
Yeah.
those were not the reasons of why he was accepting it.
She never mentioned anything about Austin.
Did she ever say that somebody was going to send you money?
Nope.
Got you. Did you ever give her access to your Cash App?
Nope.
It's just weird because the funds went to you.
You know what? Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, so actually I'm looking at all the transactions. I do see a Austin my Cash App tag.
Got you. So all the transactions, meaning like just your transactions?
It was just one though. Because I see his name in my Cash App tag, but it was just one transaction that was made.
I know that like you're kind of caught in the middle of this, so I'm not trying to drill you in any way. I just want to have something concrete to go back to Austin with, because he reached out to us to just verify all of this and just make these calls, and also to investigate if the person that he's speaking to is like, you know, woman of his dreams. So in this case, he blocked both Georgina and this Patricia because he found them both to be scammers.
Okay. All right.
By chance, are you talking to anyone online?
You know what? I have heard of Georgina Rodriguez, but see, I had already blocked her and everything.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I kind of figured myself that was wasn't a real account, so I blocked her.
I really appreciate you cooperating, and I know this is like a really strange call. If there's anything that we can do, if you're talking to, you know, someone online and you want answers and you want us to just research and check into it, you let me know, because that's what we do. We have like the best team. We have a lot of tools and a lot of resources to find those answers for you, man.
Okay.
Okay?
Not a problem. Thank you.
All right.
All right,
thank
man.
you, Jay.
Yep.
See you, Jay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. After finding out that the man that Austin was sending money to had the realization that Georgina was a fake profile and blocked her, it was time for us to get Austin to do the same thing. The last two bits of information are very important.
Yes.
The identity of this person and the location of the person that you've been communicating with.
Okay.
Are you ready for those?
I am.
I found hundreds of matches.
Of course.
So this woman is actually an adult entertainer by the name of Gigi.
Another lie.
This person that you've been communicating with is a romance scammer. This is not a real person. They use Gigi's likeness to trick you into sending money. And I'm sorry to say, man, but this has all been just one big lie.
I feel so stupid. I always thought I was smarter than this, you know. I thought I could spot the signs of a romance scammer, and usually I can. She fooled me because she seemed so real.
It's okay. If you need to take a minute and, you know, maybe get some water or...
Yeah.
It's like so sad.
Austin was clearly struggling to process the information, and it was evident that the situation was overwhelming for him. He needed a moment to step away and gather his thoughts. so he took a few minutes to compose himself. After calming down, he eventually returned to the room and rejoined the team, ready to continue the discussion.
If you need another minute, let us know. You can pause this anytime, by the way. We're here for you. We want to take things slow. We want to share everything we found with you. But we know that a lot of the information that we're sharing can be hard to take. So you just let us know.
Something like this, it's hard on me because I already struggle with self-esteem issues, and
They prey on your emotions. If you've had a death in your family recently, you're vulnerable, you're feeling lonely, you're feeling down, all it takes is someone to come in and give you attention and love bomb you and make you feel good. So that's why this can happen to anybody.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised. It's a hard pill to swallow, but I am going to swallow it regardless because it's the truth and that's what I want.
Speaking of the truth, I want to share with you her location. So we created a tracker. We had you send it to her. Initially, when we first sent it to you, she didn't click on it, and I didn't see any activity into the last few days. So she had gone back in and clicked on it. Whoever you are talking to is from Minna, Nigeria.
It must be the suburb of one of the big cities, in Nigeria, or a small community, a village somewhere. Because Nigeria is huge. It's a big country, and
It's fascinating how much you know about romance scams. You can understand the red flags that were there. Why do you think you fell for this?
just like I said, I fell for it because she did something that, your typical romance scammer doesn't do. She fooled me by seeming real, and it's from watching you guys, Trilogy Media, Scammer Payback, but yet all of that just went down the drain when this happened.
Well, one of the things that concerns me is I went back into our email.
Yeah.
I saw that you've been contacting us since 2022 about other women.
Yeah. That was about the first time was Ashley Green. That's what she had portrayed herself as. And she was very, like she said, I'm from Indonesia. I FaceTimed with her. She is the one that wanted money to come to the United States.
One thing that I've noticed is with all the women that you reached out to us about, it's all very sexual.
Yeah. Ashley had the bright, she wanted to have phone sex on FaceTime.
We have to show you the profiles to this Gigi woman, but she's an adult film actress, dude. Like, she's on every adult site. She sells sex toys. The scammer had a lot of images that they could pull from to send to you, and then the raunchy stuff that she was talking about doing with you too. It's a pattern that these scammers are using on you over and over and over and over again, and then you're also getting caught up and then sending money to them too.
Yeah. Well, that is no. I'm not going to be doing that again. In fact, and once I put my mind to something, I don't do it. So if I say I'm not going to be sending money, I won't. Because I'm a gentleman, I don't touch women unless they initiate it. I try to be a gentleman about everything. And
No, I'm sure you are. It's just this is something that it's proven to work, and I'm just pointing it out to you just to kind of make a point. Like, do you feel like that comes into play for the reasons of why you've been scammed so many times?
I would say it comes into play, yes. I'm a guy, and when a woman is basically like she wants to, because Ashley Green had FaceTimed me and I heard her voice, she wanted to do some sexual stuff on FaceTime. I was a player in high school. Like I'd have two or three girls on, each side of me. I was a choir boy. I sang and stuff. And
I was going to ask you, Austin, how can we help you moving forward? And when I ask you that, I'm curious, have you ever thought of dating someone that is going through something similar as you or has a similar lifestyle as you?
yeah, of course. I mean, if she's got, a good attitude, accepting, then yeah, yeah. And that's anyone. I don't have a preference, what skin color you are or anything like that. If you're a good person with good morals, then you have my interest.
After experiencing all of these fake profiles, how do you feel about dating online moving forward?
I feel like I know more now than in this little conversation than I've learned in a long time, honestly, because now I feel like I can be more cautious than ever now and put my full experience to use, which I should have done before, but didn't. So
Although Georgina wasn't true, Austin is willing to continue to get back out there and date online. Our team will be available to run any searches that he needs. He also vows to never send money to anyone ever again online.
first off, I just want to say thank you so much, for all of your help. Thank you so much for keeping me updated on stuff. And I appreciate everything you've done, getting all this information. Now that I know everything, I can, block this person. After I send them a really, really, you know, I'm gonna chew their asses is basically what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chew their asses.
Well, Austin, just be safe online, man. There's a lot of scammers, and now you have a target on your back. So these people, they know that you're willing to send money because you've done it in the past. So just be careful.
I will. Thank you.
You know all the red flags, the love bombing, the stories of why they need money. If somebody loves you for who you are, they wouldn't ask you for money.
You got to prove to me that you live here in town. Otherwise, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm just gonna block your ass. Pure and simple. Thank you guys so much for everything. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
You're welcome.
Of course. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Austin.
Thank you. Bye now.
After breaking the news to Austin, we realized we needed to contact Jay again. He never sent us the details of where Austin's money went after he received it. If Austin was going to file a police report, we needed to pinpoint exactly where the money was sent. So we made one last call to Jay.
All right, let's do it.
Hello?
Hey Jay, how you doing, man? It's Drew again. I have my good friend here, David, and we were just kind of going through Austin's case and looking at some of the financial stuff. And before we submit everything to law enforcement, we just wanted to talk to you one more time.
Okay.
Hey Jay, my name's David. I'm the CEO and founder of Social Catfish and Catfish, the YouTube channel. So my understanding is you were talking to somebody online and then they had told you that somebody was going to be sending you money.
No. I believe the name was, if I'm not mistaken, the name was Georgina Rodriguez. I was talking to her at one point, and then whoever this person was asking me for money as well.
The Georgina, Jay?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. How are they asking you for money?
Just whoever this person was, claimed that they live in the same state I live in, Illinois, and that they were willing to travel to see me or to meet up with me to hang out, and they was asking me for gas money and money to send for their babysitter and all that they were just asking just wasn't making sense to me and adding up, and especially if this person's supposed to be working, as they say. And I just came up with a lie and said that I'm unemployed right now. Even though I'm not, but I have made up a line saying I'm unemployed. I can't really help you. And if there was no way of them meeting me, then it's fine. We don't have to meet. And then I believe Austin, I recognize the name of my Cash App, but I don't believe it was from Georgina, because that person never told me anything about Austin sending me money for Georgina.
The person that was scamming Austin's in Nigeria. Do you know anybody in Nigeria?
No.
No?
Nope.
Because the reason I asked is actually when I was putting this case together, I was pulling your information. Like I said, we're handing everything over to law enforcement, and you had like a decent amount of Nigerian contacts on social media.
You know, it's kind of weird because I used to have this app called WhatsApp. I don't know if you heard of that app.
Yeah, I've heard of WhatsApp.
And someone, before I had deleted, deactivated, somebody mysteriously texted me from, was it a Nigeria number? I believe it was a Nigeria number to WhatsApp, now that you mention it. And they was telling me that somebody was out to scam me and that they had my number saved and that they had plans for me or whatever. It kind of sounded, it was kind of suspicious and weird. And I'm like, who is this?
The reason I'm asking is like the people behind this, they're stealing a bunch of money from people. So like if there's anything that you could hand over and provide, what we can try to do is like we can try to find out who those people are. There's a bad guy at the end, basically. We're just after the bad guy. And so anything you could provide or hand over like really helps out with the investigation. And so like even like Apple Pay history, Cash App history, like that stuff, you can't delete that stuff. So I mean, I know you can delete text messages and WhatsApps and whatever, friends on Instagram, but you like the history in Apple Pay and the history in Cash App, it doesn't go anywhere. So I don't know if you'd be able to pull that, try to look at that history and pull it. It would just help out a lot. I mean, we're not after you, we're after whoever got all the money in the end. And so usually if there's a lot more that comes from it.
Apple Pay history, I'm looking from 2023, hold on, February, 2 transactions. This is 135.
Thank you, by the way. I appreciate you running through this.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
So numbers that I'm looking at from this year, I have a number that I'm not familiar of. It's a 314 number.
So it'd be like around July 2024. Is that when you sent it out?
Oh, $50. I see it. So the area code number that I have is 1602 61.
And that was that same date?
That was July 5th, 2024.
Boom. All right, that's it. I think we're good. I think that's what we need. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right. Well, sounds good. You enjoy the rest of your day. And then we'll just give this phone number a call.
No problem. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you.
See you, Jay.
All right. Thanks. Bye. You want to look up that number?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
When's the first scene?
T-Mobile Wireless in Phoenix, Arizona. Jackie.
Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream. We'll get an update from him, and if you have any questions for him, we'll be pulling them from the live stream chat. So come hang out with us this Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. If you have been involved in a romance scam, don't forget to report it. It helps get the word out and potentially stops other people from being scammed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget all of our new videos go out every Wednesday. If you like this video, subscribe. And if you want to see more, you should probably click one of these 2 videos.